Guess who got to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse tonight? Not me, because all the showtimes were bought out. Next weekend, hopefully. But I'm not bummed, because I got to see Rob Savage's The Boogeyman, based on the short story from the master of horror himself, Stephen King. Admittedly, haven't read this one. And outside of the trailer that I've only watched a couple of times, don't know much about it. I also skimmed a couple of reviews that didn't really have stellar things to say about it, but other than that, I went into this blind. And I am so happy that I did. Granted, I've seen some of Rob Savage's stuff before. If you've not seen his short film Host on Shudder, for example, you absolutely should. It was a scary little nugget of horror that definitely earned him this job of making this movie. Can you tell by my tone? I really like The Boogeyman. But here's the thing, and I'd be lying if I didn't tell you this at this point. It's kind of tropey. As in, a lot of the story, the beats, the subject matter, you've seen it before. In like a million other horror movies. Kids in peril, dead parents, jump scares, bullies, questions of mental instability. It's all very familiar. But, I would argue, it's tropes done right. Better than you see them done in a lot of other movies. And I think by the time you get to the scares, you're not going to care about much anything else. The monster itself is just haunting. And in a year where I've seen some truly horrifying creature designs, shudder. Ugh. I feel like that's saying something. And while everyone is good, I mean really, the cast is really, really good. Big shout out to David Dastmalchian. You tend to see him in superhero stuff like The Dark Knight, the Ant-Man movies. He was Polka Dot Man in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad movie. But his small, quiet part in this movie is oddly beautiful? Not to go into it too much, but I bought the terror, but more importantly, I bought the absolute heartbreak that he sells. It's really good. It's really good. I don't know. Something about his performance was just really nice. I like seeing him and stuff, and I hope he gets more parts like this. Anyway, yeah, The Boogeyman. It's so much fun, so scary, ticks so many of my boxes. My wife loved it. It's one of her favorites now. Its story is a little familiar, but maybe that makes it more accessible and easier to get into when the scares finally come, and you just aren't prepared for them when they do. Congrats, everyone involved. Can't wait to see it again. But not before I check on my guy, Miles Morales. Things are looking tough for him right now.